Have you ever stopped to think about why sexual energy is considered the most powerful force in the law of attraction? And why the most successful people use masturbation as their primary tool to manifest desires? And most importantly, how you can do the same. Although this topic may seem strange at first glance, it is one of humanity's greatest secrets. Yet, even though it's hidden, various religions and civilizations have left us clues about this mystery. Whether in Egypt, India, or concealed in ancient alchemical texts, the essence of occult knowledge has always been present. In Egypt, the figure of Osiris symbolized renewal and rebirth, with secret rituals in his honor involving the conscious use of this energy to create changes in the physical and spiritual planes. According to an ancient Egyptian myth, the world was created by a being through an act of one hand. Creation was self-generated by the sun god Ra, in other words, through masturbation. In India, the teachings of Tantra reveal a detailed map of how sexual energy can be directed to ascend the spinal column, awakening the so-called Kundalini, a transformative force that connects the individual to the divine. In ancient alchemical texts, sexual transmutation was considered the key to transforming the lead of ordinary life into the gold of enlightenment. Alchemical masters like Paracelsus mentioned vital energy as the source of all creative power. Even Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, said, "Sexual transmutation is the most powerful tool there is when it comes to creation, invention, achievement, creativity, progress, and success." But what does all of this mean for you? It means that what you may view as something trivial or even shameful could actually be the most powerful tool for co-creating your reality. Conscious masturbation, for instance, goes beyond the mere physical act. It's a ritual of connection with the universe, a way to channel the most powerful energy within you. When done correctly, masturbation transforms this energy into a magnetic field, capable of attracting what you desire into your life. It's as if you're programming the universe with your desire, using the most primal and powerful force you possess, the energy of creation. In this video, I intend to break all the protocols of initiatory orders and secret books to reveal this technique to you, so that today, you can use your sexual energy to attract dreams, goals, relationships, money, health, prosperity, spirituality, and anything else you desire. And to do that, I'll start by telling you a story about how it all began. Artemius was a young monk living in a remote village in 12th century Spain, renowned for his unwavering dedication to sacred texts and the restless turmoil of his soul. Outwardly, he was the epitome of discipline, but whispers among the villagers suggested he was often haunted by sexual desires deemed abominable by his church. The church's reprimands and indoctrination were so severe that Origen, one of the early Catholic Church fathers, famously mutilated himself, believing it was God's will. He was not the only one of his time. From an early age, Artemius felt a wild, uncontrollable energy within him, something he couldn't suppress. He tried to silence this force with prayers and penance, but the desire grew, swelling like a balloon on the verge of bursting. One day, during a village market, Artemius encountered a mysterious woman named Selene. She was unlike anyone he had ever met. Her eyes seemed to pierce through him, and her presence made him question everything he had ever believed. There was a magnetism about her that he had never seen in any woman from his small Spanish village. Selene, introducing herself as a healer from distant lands, seemed to know Artemius's torment without him uttering a word. During a twilight conversation, she said something that ignited his curiosity. "What you feel is not a sin, Artemius. It is power. The energy within you is a gift, but it is being repressed and wasted. If you want to understand your true purpose, come with me to Egypt." At first, Artemius refused. How could he abandon the monastery and his life devoted to prayer? But Selene's proposal consumed him. He felt that this enigmatic woman held answers to the questions he had always been too afraid to ask. After weeks of inner turmoil, Artemius finally accepted her invitation. He left the monastery under the cover of night and embarked on a long journey with Selene. When they arrived in Egypt, she led him to a hidden temple in the desert, where he was initiated into the mysteries of sexual energy. Under the guidance of priests and priestesses, Artemius mastered the most powerful practices of sexual transmutation. What was once considered sin transformed into the most profound spiritual pleasure. Artemius gained a strength he had never thought possible. The ritual didn't end in a physical climax, but culminated in the most powerful spiritual orgasm, where Artemius's consciousness seemed to merge in ecstasy and joy with the Creator's own essence. Months later, Artemius returned to his village only to find a devastating scene. A plague had spread, leaving the people weak and the crops withered. He knew he had to act, but lacked the resources or medicine to heal the sick. That's when he remembered the teachings he had received in Egypt. Every night in his small room, he would strip down and channel his sexual energy, visualizing the healing of the villagers and the return of prosperity to the land. To the uninitiated, the practice might have seemed insane, but the results were undeniable. Within days, people began to recover. The crops started flourishing again, and the entire village experienced unprecedented prosperity. Not only did the illnesses vanish, but everyone's health became vibrant, as if a divine force had transformed the reality of their land. In the years that followed, Artemius became a revered figure, even earning an esteemed position in the king's court. However, he knew his time on earth was limited. Before his death, he compiled everything he had learned into a manuscript titled The Mysteries of Sexual Magic. This text, hidden for centuries, was eventually discovered and translated, influencing many of the occult and esoteric practices of the West. Today, thanks to Artemius's contributions and those of countless other masters and occultists, we have access to one of humanity's greatest secrets, the power of sexual energy as a tool to transform our lives and manifest our dreams. So now I ask you, what would you do if you knew this same power resides within you, ready to be harnessed, starting today? Well, here it is, the step-by-step guide to transmuting the most powerful energy in your body to attract whatever you desire. First, create a sigil. Sigils play a fundamental role in sexual magic because they act as powerful tools to channel the energy generated during practices involving sexuality. But before we dive into their importance, let's first understand what sigils are. Simply put, a sigil is a symbol created from a specific desire or intention, typically drawn in a personalized way to represent the goal you want to achieve. It serves as an energetic key that connects your intention to the universe. So why are sigils so important in sexual magic? 1. Focus and energy direction. During sexual magic practices, an immense amount of energy is generated. Sexuality is not just a physical act. It's an energetic explosion capable of manifesting deep intentions. However, without clear direction, this energy can dissipate or fail to achieve the desired outcome. A sigil acts as an energy magnet, focusing this force and channeling it toward a specific purpose. 2. Access to the unconscious. Sexual magic operates on a deep subconscious level, directly accessed during altered states of consciousness, such as those reached at climax. A sigil, being an abstract symbol, communicates directly with the unconscious mind, conveying the desire clearly without interference from logical thought or skepticism. It's like planting an energetic seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious. 3. Amplification of desire. Sexual energy is the most intense energy a human being can generate. When combined with a sigil carrying a clearly defined intention, it creates a cycle of energetic amplification. At the peak of arousal or the moment of orgasm, the mind and body are fully aligned, allowing the sigil to burst into the astral plane, accelerating the manifestation of your intention. 4. Ritualizing desire. Creating a sigil transforms sexual magic into a ritualistic and meaningful practice. Instead of simply releasing energy without a clear purpose, you turn the moment into something sacred. This reinforces your connection to your goal, increases your belief in the process, and ultimately enhances your results. Now that we've understood the concept of sigils, let's dive into the practice. Step 1. Define your goal. Decide on your objective. It could be more money, spiritual growth, a material dream, or anything else. Be as specific as possible. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like more money, aim to manifest a specific amount, such as 50,000 Rs. Step 2. Visualization. During the act. During masturbation, visualize yourself already achieving your intention as if it's happening in the present moment. For example, if your goal is to buy your dream house, imagine yourself living in it, experiencing various scenarios that make that goal feel real. The key principle of the law of attraction is generating high vibration emotions to align with your desired reality. During the pleasure of masturbation, channel this heightened frequency into your goal. This process can be challenging at first because your mind has likely been conditioned for years to focus solely on sexual scenarios during such moments. With time and practice, however, you'll strengthen your ability to direct sexual energy toward meaningful purposes. Step 3. Orgasm control. When you're approaching orgasm, pause, breathe, and clear your mind. Then, resume the act while vividly imagining your goal as a reality. Repeat this cycle at least 6 times. The longer you engage in this process, the more you elevate your emotional vibration through your body's most powerful sensory stimulation, connecting your current reality to the one you desire. Step 4. Activate the sigil. As you approach orgasm, bring your sigil into action. Avoid using pre-existing sigils. Create something unique to you, like a heart, a star, a signature, or anything else you find easy to visualize. Associate the visualizations you've been doing with your sigil. You can either imagine them side by side or visualize the sigil overlaying your imagery. The key is to form a strong association between the two. By following these steps, you harness the most potent energy in your body to manifest your desires and align your reality with your goals. Step 5. Energy release. At the moment of orgasm, focus all your imagination and intention solely on the sigil. In that instant, the sigil should be the only thing in your mind. This will direct all your sexual energy into the sigil, charging it with immense power. To keep the sigil active, visualize it every time you engage in a sexual act, whether alone or with a partner. By doing this, you'll be amazed at how your life transforms. You'll witness the incredible force being harnessed to attract your dreams, goals, and desires. It's like creating a massive magnet that draws the reality you want directly to you. Remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other techniques and secret rituals that use sexual energy for manifestation, prosperity, magnetism, spiritual orgasms, divine connection, Kundalini awakening, internal flame activation, healing blockages, and many other benefits. Take, for instance, the powerful Egyptian rituals performed by Artemius, the secret sexual rites of witches that scandalized the church, or the classic tantric practices you can do alone or with a partner to exponentially increase the pleasure in your life, both physical and spiritual. Unfortunately, due to censorship, these techniques cannot be fully shared here. If I had to censor some words, imagine the rest. To ensure you get the complete picture, I've compiled all this secret material into a comprehensive super ebook. The link is in the description below. This material will completely transform your life, offered at a symbolic price, less than 1% of what I spent to learn these practices over the years. So take advantage before censorship catches up there too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you inside.